My name is Roxanne Beebe. I'm a coastal artist. I live in Half Moon Bay, and my medium is metal. I've been a jeweler and a designer for 50 years, primarily focusing on gold. And I started making the bottle stoppers about 10 years ago, and they're made out of lead-free pewter. My artistic style is mostly flowing lines and flowing forms and a bit graphic, so not always quite realistic, but a little bit stylized. My process starts with hard carving wax when I'm making either jewelry or the bottle stoppers. So I brought with me a new master wax, is what I call it. And this is a dolphin. And what I do after the wax is carved is I make a mold. There it is. So I have an injection wax machine, and so it has molten wax in it. I press this against the nozzle. The molten wax comes into the mold, and then it hardens. And then I end up with as many little dolphins as I want, because I can do that over and over again. So this is going to be a new bottle stopper for multiple locations, and I'm going to put two of the dolphins together like that. The first bottle stopper I made was the pumpkin, and this is the iconic Half Moon Bay symbol. And I was featured on Eye on the Bay about 12 years ago with this, along with some other coastside artists who focus on pumpkin art. These are the bottle stoppers that I make. This is the most recent one. It's a sea lion. And every time I make something, I research it, and now I know the difference between a seal and a sea lion because I made a sea lion. Whale's tail, surfboard with waves. The waves are actually a wedding band I made about 30 years ago for someone, and I molded it. So I have a wave band that I like to use underneath things like surfboards. Here's a little otter. Little moss landing otter, and Pacific Grove butterfly, butterfly town, monarch butterfly. And this one is a rose with connected hearts around it. So this would be a generic stopper. And then finally, this little butterfly, which I fashioned from the mold from this butterfly. The best part about being an artist is the freedom in my mind, in my heart, the way I see things in the real world, the way I visualize things. My imagination is probably the key to my happiness. Maybe that is true for many other artists as well, but I never get bored.